guys, my name is Brandy Morgan. You can find my channel right here and Miss Brandy Morgan on pretty much every other social platform. My background is in software development, and I'm also the creator of Freelancer School. In today's video, I'm going to cover with you guys the 3 essential tips that you need to get your first client as a freelancer. The first tip is utilize job boards. And yes, that may seem like an easy thing to do, but this is what I'm going to recommend when you do it. So when you go to something like Indeed or Monster.com, you're going to search for contract-specific roles. Now, yes, there is a lot of competition on these job boards, but what really helps is if you make your resume specific for each job that you are applying to. Every single job that you're applying to has specific keywords that it is trying to search for, because that tells the person that you're qualified for that particular role. So let's say you're applying for a front-end developer, more specifically though in React, and you are a React developer. You want to make sure that your resume specifically outlines your experience utilizing React. Secondly, with job boards, it's all about numbers. So you're going to need to apply a ton before you get that first call. From my experience, you want to set aside time each and every day to apply to between 30 and 100 different jobs. Yes, that may seem like a lot, but in freelance, you are also the sales and marketing department for your one-person business. And you guys are probably thinking, well, why would I want to spend all my time applying for jobs on job boards? That sounds super tedious, but I can tell you from experience, by doing that for a solid, I think it was 2 to 4 weeks, it ended up bringing in a $12,000 a month client that lasted months and months and months. And so the reason why I stress this is because it does actually work and it brings in really good results. The people that are using the job boards are usually people that have the money to be putting those jobs out there, and so that means they have money to pay you. And my experience with job board jobs is you have the ability to expand those projects. And a lot of times it's going to be agencies that are seeking developers or designers or whatever it is that you're doing or whatever your skill set is. And so that really allows you to work inside of their agency on multiple different projects, especially if you are doing a good job. So job boards may sound boring, may sound tedious, but I promise you it's a good one. The next tip is going to involve social media. Like I said before, you are the marketing and sales department for your one-person business. So you need to make sure that you are out there marketing yourself in the correct areas. What I like to do is I will go on to each and every platform and I'll start finding companies that I would potentially like to do business with, and I'll look up to see who works there, whether that's somebody in the engineering department or the marketing department. I'll go ahead and find them on these platforms and I'll start engaging with them. What that does is it starts to build a relationship. You're commenting, you're liking, you're sharing, you're reaching out to them. And then as you're continually engaging with these different people in these companies, it doesn't hurt to send them a direct message. I never go in for an ask right away. I always want to make sure that I let them know who I am. I compliment them in a very genuine way. Let's say you reach out to a developer advocate at a particular company. You always want to make sure that you're giving them a compliment on maybe a piece of work that they've done or a talk that you heard them give. Make sure that it's authentic and genuine and that you actually read it or you actually watched their talk. By doing that, you're letting them know that they're important to you. You know, social media is all about relationship building. If you're able to build relationships with people that work inside of a company, that is called creating an internal champion. If you're familiar with the product side of software development, this may sound similar. And the concept is completely the same. So in product, you have an internal champion, or you try to create an internal champion when you're selling something. What that means is you find somebody inside of the company and you get to know them, you start building a relationship, you show them your product, and then when it comes time for them to maybe start looking for a different software or product to use, they already have you in the back of their head and they already have that relationship with you. So they are going to be in those meetings with their bosses and they're going to be, cheering for you and bringing your name up and saying, we need to, have this product. Well, the same is true in freelancing. You want to build that internal champion at these companies. And so when it does come time for them to hire or to bring on a new team member or contract work out, your name is going to be at the top of the list. You are going to be the one that they're cheering for, that they're wanting to bring in and to work with them. And the third thing when it comes to getting a client as a freelancer is also involved in the social media side of things, but these are more specifically to two platforms, and that's Facebook and LinkedIn groups. So Facebook has groups and LinkedIn has groups, and they're very similar. You can go on each of the platforms and search for different topics or different industry related topics and find groups. You're going to want to join these groups or select that you're interested in them and start engaging with the people inside of these groups. A lot of times there's going to be recruiters hanging out in these groups, but it's usually people that are pretty passionate about whatever topic that you picked or whatever topic that group is about. A lot of times group members also will post job listings, and if you're an active member in these groups, they can send you a personal DM about a particular job at the company. I have first-hand experience with this, and I can tell you it really pays off. So being an active member, all you have to do is really comment, like, engage, and share useful knowledge and useful tools related to your industry. And kind of like a sub, like 3A is, I would say, utilize the job boards on each of these platforms. Facebook jobs and LinkedIn jobs. You can go on each of the platforms and you can specify which industry you are seeking a job in. You can also specify the department, so engineering, marketing, communications. Then you can go to contract or location based. What that's going to do is it's going to filter for those particular jobs. And obviously if you are trying to get a freelance job, you're going to want to select contract. Thank you guys so much. Those were your guys' 3 tips to get your first job as a freelancer. And I hope you guys have a great day.